Hello everybody, welcome. Today we are going to do just a gentle mat yoga class. So all you need is to grab your yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, grab a blanket. Maybe if you have carpet, just roll out a large towel onto the carpet. And we're going to go ahead and begin. Alright. So we're going to begin by sitting on our mat or our towel or a blanket, and we're going to wiggle around for a moment and find the sit bones, which are the two bones underneath your tush, and that's what we want to be sitting on. And now we're going to take our shoulders and roll them up, back, and down, and now we're in proper posture to do a few stretches today and a couple breathing techniques. And we're going to begin with a breathing technique called heart coherence breathing. So if you can, place your left hand over your chest, perhaps your right hand over your left. You can close your eyes if you like. We're going to inhale in through our nose, and we're going to exhale out of our mouth. And our exhale is going to be a little bit longer than our inhale. So that sends a signal to our brains that we're safe. When we have a longer exhale than the inhale, it has a calming effect. All right. Another thing we're going to do when we're doing this, we're going to imagine that we're breathing into the heart space. So your awareness is going to be at the center of your chest into your heart. And we're going to go ahead and begin. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And imagine you're exhaling it from the heart. Inhale. Exhale out. Again, inhaling in through your nose. Exhaling out. One last time. Nice deep breath in. Exhale out. Bring your arms down. And we're just going to keep our shoulders exactly where they are, but I'd like you to bring your right ear over to your right shoulder, just like this. Come back to center nice and slowly, and same thing on the other side. And I often mention, go ahead and continue to do this a few times, that you might feel more tight on one side, and that's absolutely normal. But we'll go ahead and do this at our own pace a few more times. Breathing into all of our stretches today. And our breath really helps us lengthen our stretches, and it helps us also go a little bit deeper safely into the stretches that we do. All right, now bring the head back, and we're just gently going to bring our chin down into our chest. So just drop the head, again, keeping your shoulders exactly where they are, and hold it here for a nice stretch in the upper spine. Lift your forehead and chin up. Now, just turn your head a little bit to the right or left, doesn't matter. Turn it and then go down. So bringing the chin above the clavicle. You probably hear my dogs. Come back up and over to the other side. Turn the head, bring that chin into the chest. Come up. Back to center. One more time, just bring the chin into the chest. Take a nice deep breath here, in through your nose. Exhaling out of your mouth. Raise the forehead and chin, and now we're just going to do some half moon circles with our head. We don't ever want to do a full circular rotation with our head because we can injure our neck. So just gently, half moon. Nice and easy, not too fast. Just loosening up our upper shoulders and our neck. One more time. And gently bring the head back to center. All right, now what I'd like you to do is, remaining exactly where you are again, just turn your head to the right. So just turn it, take a deep breath, exhale out. Now the other side. Just turn the head. Inhale. Exhale out. And bring the head back. Perfect. Now we're going to work on our shoulders. So we're going to do big circular shoulder rotations on a going backwards. All right. We're going to do that 5 times. So come up. Now when you have your shoulders right below your earlobes, go ahead and squeeze the muscles right here. And then as you come down, release them. So it's some tension and release with a big circular motion. All right, now we're going to go forward, but when you do that, I want you to bring your arms up and elbows out and just come forward 5 times. Big circular motion. I think I did 6, so that's okay. Come down. Now what I'd like you to do is shake it out. Get some circulation going in your hands and in your arms. You can open and close the hands. This is so important, especially there's so many of us that work on computers or we're always on our phones. We really need to be mindful of our finger joints. This is also helpful if you have any type of arthritis. Now, a couple wrist rotations on an inward rotation. 4, 5, 6, and then an outward rotation. Again, keeping the wrist joints healthy. Things that we don't always pay attention to, especially when we're really into working out. We're focusing on muscles and the toning of our body, but we also really need to keep these joints healthy, because if they're not healthy, it's going to cause a lot more problems than, just worrying about our toned tushes. So keep your joints healthy by movement. Keeps them lubricated when we move them. Now we're going to take our right arm, if you can, across the body. You don't have to pull it in too much here, but hold it here for a second. I'd like you to sit up straight. Relax your belly and just hold it here for a moment. You're getting that great stretch for your upper arm and your shoulder. Now bring the arm down into the chest and over. That way we're coming out of it safely. Roll the shoulder backwards a few times. Again, shake it out. Shake out any stress. As I'm filming this, it's Monday evening. Open and close the hands. And usually Mondays can be pretty manic, so this is a perfect practice to do at the end of the day. So now, other arm, any day actually. Hold it here, 2 deep breaths. And now bring the arm again into the body, and then we bring it over, and then we roll the shoulder a few times and shake it. You shake both hands. Open and close those hands again. Really emphasizing on opening the fingers as wide as you can, and then squeezing. So open, squeeze, open, squeeze. Perfect. All right, let's check our posture. Make sure, again, wiggle around. You're sitting on those sit bones. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And we're going to take a deep breath, but as we do, we're going to bring up our arms. Inhale, stretch. Feeling that great stretch alongside the spine and the muscles alongside your spine. Come down nice and slowly. We're going to bring our hands into a prayer type position. Thumbs in the center of our chest. Here we're going to close our eyes for a moment and just think of 2 to 3 things that we're grateful for today. Just throwing in a little gratitude practice for you today. I'm very grateful for you being here. All right, drop the arms down. Now we're going to bring the feet to the ground with our knees bent. And we're going to do a spinal twist. So now if you have any spinal injuries, I do not recommend doing this. Please refrain from doing it. Anywhere from the spine, any fusions in the neck, always refrain from doing twists, okay? Spinal twists. All right, but if you have a healthy spine, go ahead, take a deep breath, bring the left arm, the elbow on the outside of the right knee, and just simply twist. Turn your head. Take a nice breath here. come back nice and slowly. Take another deep breath. Exhale out. Other side. So arm comes out. Nice twist. Come back to center. Go ahead and cross your legs if you can. And now we're going to do a circumduction for the spine. So this feels really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the right and do the big circular motion, bringing our chest down onto our lap. The closer we bring our chest down towards our knees and legs, the more of a stretch you're going to feel in your lower back. So I say do this about 7 times, going in each direction at your own pace. You can do more if you like. Probably hear the kids in my neighborhood. Everyone's home from school. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Jupiter, Florida. Alright, do one more. And when you're finished, come back to your seated position. Let's take another deep breath. Inhale in through your nose. Long exhale. Let's do that again. Deep breath in, but when we get to the top of the breath, we're going to take an extra sip of breath, and then we're going to exhale out with an audible sound like a sigh of relief. This is called a physiological sigh. It is a wonderful tool if you're ever feeling really anxious or stressed. It works in real time to calm the nervous system. So deep breath in, extra sip, exhale out. Let's do that again. Inhale, extra sip, exhale out. All right, now we're gonna take our right arm up and over. And I really want you to have a nice stretch here on the right side of your body, but I don't want you to collapse your lung and your rib cage actually on the left side. So it's almost like you're shooting out. Okay, now come down, other side. Again, just taking advantage of this nice stretch for the side of your body and the side of your rib cage, but not compressing down too hard. Here, again, shooting out. Sometimes if you put your arm up, it'll help you from coming down. Come back, arms come down. Take a deep breath, arms come up. Arms are gonna come into warrior. So we're gonna hold it here for a moment. What I'd like you to do today is make sure, again, you're sitting on those sit bones. I want you to engage your core. I want you to tighten the core muscles, turn your head to the right, and gaze down the middle finger of your right hand. Hold it for one more breath. And arms come down. Deep breath, arms come up. And arms come down again into warrior. And now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So turn your head to the left and gaze down the middle finger of your left hand. Engaging the core, so holding the core tight, but also using our breath. Hopefully you're feeling a little burn. Just a little bit. And arms come down. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our legs out in front of us. And if you'd like, you can bring your toes point them towards your chest. If you do that, you're going to get a really good stretch in your calves. You don't have to though. If that feels too strenuous or it's too straining on the back of your knees, please don't worry about it. It's not necessary. It's just if you'd like a little bit more of a stretch. And one more time, we're going to inhale, bringing our arms up. This time we're going to interlace our fingers like so, and we're just simply going to come down onto our body, okay? Doesn't matter how far you can go today. It honestly doesn't matter. You can just be here. You can just, maybe you can get to your knees today. Maybe you can get to your shins. Perhaps you can touch your toes. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is that we're going to breathe through this stretch. We're not going to go beyond what our body's telling us, and we know when our body's telling us it's too much. But we're going to hold it here for 5 nice deep breaths, okay? So go ahead, land wherever you are. It's absolutely perfect. And just simply breathe. And come up nice and slowly. Now we're going to bring our legs, if we can, into butterfly and wiggle around. Find those sit bones. Okay. Now a lot of people have tight hips, and that's okay. Sometimes it's just because of the certain maybe runners, or maybe it's just the way your body was built. Never ever press down to open up the hip flexors. And I really don't even like that, okay? But what you can do to begin opening up the hip flexors a little bit more is sit up straight, and with a straight spine, just fold forward. And only, again, go as far as your body will allow you to go today, and just rest wherever you land and take a few deep breaths. I would suggest 5. And gently come up. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, we're going to stretch our left leg out, just the left leg, and we're going to put the foot, bend the knee here, and put it in between the inner thigh. Again, you can flex your toe towards your body if you'd like. If not, relax it, either way. But we're going to turn our bodies towards this left leg. So our chest is actually facing the left leg. We're going to inhale again, interlace those fingers, and once again, come on down. And again, only as far as your body feels comfortable today. Come up nice and slow. And let's prepare to do the same thing on the other side. It comes in. Turn your body towards that right leg. Inhale. Interlace the fingers, and once again, come down. Don't forget your breathing. It's so important. I mean, duh, we all know breathing is important, but it's so important with these stretches because it really does help you go a little bit deeper each time. And we're bringing oxygen to all of our muscles, all of our organs. Gently come up. Now we are actually going to come on all fours. So we're going to go into a tabletop position to begin with. And let's see here. Hands are flat, feet are flat down. And now we're going to do cow and cat. So for that, we're going to start with cow. And with cow, you're going to make a slight dip in your lower back. You're going to drop your chest in between the shoulders, and the chin comes up. Now go into cat. Begin curling the spine. From the base of the spine, curl, curl, curl. Bring your chin into your chest. Hold it here for 2 deep breaths. Go back into cow, and now I just want you to do this at your own pace. So flowing from cow to cat, just a few times. One more time with each. And then we'll go back to our tabletop position. And now what I'd like you to do is bring your tush down onto your right heel. So come down and back just onto the right. Hold it here. Come back up, other side. Flowing at your own pace. Do this a few times. All right. Now into child's pose. Here, if you'd like, you can open your legs up a little bit wider today. But what we're gonna do, we have our tush down on our heels. We're gonna bring our arms out in front of us and bring our forehead onto our blanket or towel or mat and hold it here for 5 deep breaths. Lift your forehead and chin and gently come back. Back to tabletop. Actually, we're going to stretch our toes a little bit. So tuck your toes under if you can and just come back. Not too forceful, not too hard. We just want to stretch the toes. We don't want to strain them, so don't go too far back. And maybe you want to rock back and forth a few times. All right, we're going to come back onto our bottoms. It's a little warm out here. And we're just going to work on maybe possibly opening up the hip flexor a little bit more. So if you can, just go ahead and maybe grab your leg and just grab it like that. And almost like you're holding a baby. We're just going to take 2 deep breaths here. Come on down, and then you can do the other side. Again, just kind of grabbing the leg here, opening up the hip. You're also strengthening the biceps. And come back down. All right, so now I'm coming towards the end of this nice little relaxing stretch. I'd like you to bring your feet out one more time in front of you. Inhale, interlace those fingers, and come back down. You to feel the stretch in your lower back, your hamstrings, and again, if you flex your toes, you'll be feeling it in your calves. Come up, come into Indian style. We're gonna do some EFT tapping before we finish today. So what I'd like you to do is we're going to tap on the meridian points. There's 8 that we're going to tap on today. These have been scientifically proven to help reduce the stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, calms you down. They're using it for people with PTSD and it helps with depression. So if you're interested in learning more about it, I suggest you go online and search up EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. But I'm going to go ahead and just run through the meridian points with you. I'm just going to gently tap. So here we're tapping on that little squishy, fatty part of our hands. Again, nothing too hard, just gently tap. The next place is in between the brows. You can use just one hand or you can use both. Doesn't matter. Just lightly tapping. Now on the outside of your eyes. Underneath your eyes. Underneath your nose. your chin, underneath your collarbones. My favorite. This one helps me so much when I'm starting to feel the sensations of either panic or anxiety, or just that not so good feeling that we have when we're under stress. All right, here, right at the top of the ribs. And the last one is on top of the head. All right, one last time. I want you to shake it out. If there's something that's been bothering you today, or you've been having a hard day, shake it out. Let it go. Take a deep breath. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, arms come down. One last time. Hands come into a prayer position. Thumbs at the center of your heart space. Close your eyes for a moment. We're just going to sit for a moment, focusing on the sensation of the air going in through our nose and the air coming out of our mouth. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me today for this really pretty short but really nice stretch. It's so important that we take the time for self-care and self-love, and so I'm so proud of you for showing up. All right, I'll be back with more videos. Actually, all week long I'll be posting videos here in the community, and if you're enjoying this community, please share it with a friend, and until next time, namaste.